Hollow Knight Silksong finally dropped after 7 years since the first game and only 2 weeks notice, with almost no information or game footage, and god damn it felt good. Hey guys, Echo here, and today I wanted to give my thoughts on Silksong. After finally finishing Act 2 and defeating the final boss in around 50 hours, Jesus, getting as many collectibles as I possibly could, exploring and fighting as many bosses as I could, I have some thoughts on the game. I'll start with what I like about the game. Hornet looks cool, man, and she is way faster. She moves very fluidly. The platforming feels way smoother, but it's also much harder in many areas to kind of compensate for this. Her abilities add tons of variation and give you another resource, Silk, to think about while fighting. The crest system is great, balanced, and it makes perfect sense. The ability to use different movesets for different parts of the game is awesome, even though after I got the Wanderer crest and Long Claw, I stuck with that because the damage was actually insane. I love most of the boss battles. The updated graphics and the music are awesome. All around, this game fucking slaps and is taking YouTube by storm even as I type this. Now, you're not going to catch me doing any of those speed runs or challenges though. 50 hours to get through Act 2, missing a bunch of stuff and still having the entire Act 3 to go through is enough for me. But now what I'm really excited for, the things I hate, the things I need to vent about. My biggest pet peeve about this stupid game is the goddamn gangbangs that are littered in Farloom. It feels like at least one per area there's this stupid gauntlet, I think they call it, of like 20 annoying enemies, and they put them in the most annoying combinations you possibly can, and you just get hit. Every single enemy does 2 licks of damage, and goddamn. Now some boss fights even start with you fighting 10 to 15 enemies off before the fight, which is completely draining your resources, and then you have at least 2 phases of boss to learn, sometimes while also fighting off even more enemies. Now I understand Hornet is much stronger than Ghost from the first game, but there is a fine line between challenge and bullshit. Now obviously the main boss I'm referring to here is Growl. I personally didn't find the run back that hard, but if you use a crest with a diagonal down attack, it could be super annoying, and you obviously need the maggot protection charm, otherwise you're so screwed. You're in for such a bad time. You also need to unlock the secret bench, which I found by complete accident before I even found the map for the area. Now, I don't personally think his fight was actually bad at all. I think there must have been a nerf at some point because all I was hearing was terrible things from this fight, but I beat it in the 3rd try. Now, even in that boss fight, you have to fight off enemies at the start. Then he comes in and does this stupid sucky attack which fucks your health, and then more enemies spawn while you're fighting him. Now thankfully these enemies kind of go away after doing a couple attacks, so it's not actually too bad and you don't have to kill them. You can just hit them a couple times and get some silk, but it is still super annoying. I just thank god I beat it in the 3rd time. Now next, the fact that every single goddamn enemy in Farloom does 2 masks of damage. It is so annoying. Now I totally understand if someone's slapping you with their hammer, you know, as hard as they can, that should do 2 masks of damage. I actually understand that. However, when you run into an enemy, like the goddamn Savage Beastfly, which took me like 50 attempts, you should not take 2 hits of damage. Especially if it just kind of apathetically floats into you. Like it wasn't even looking at me, it wasn't trying to attack me, and I'm dead. And then the other gripe I have is just with this one stupid quest, you know, the one where you have to deliver food for the nail upgrade, and it's timed, but also if you take more than like 5 hits of damage, you just have to start again. So getting hit like literally reduces your time as well. It's just horrible. Even running into a wall, so when you're sprinting, if you hit a flat wall, that counts as damaging the food. But yeah, I just need to get those gripes out of my system. Feels good. Other than that, the game is way better than Hollow Knight. A lot of fun. I love the tools and different builds, can be super fun, and I cannot wait to finish Act 3 and see the true ending. Make sure you subscribe to me over on Twitch to see that happen. Take the like button out for dinner, comment and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.